Hello, welcome to Heather's haberdashery videos of the life of Heather Alicia. So today I am going to, it's Saturday. There's a lot of different things that I do for myself as part of my self-care. It's part of my weekly regimen along that coincides with my daily regimen. But there's some major happenings that happen on Saturday for me in reference to my health and what I do for myself for self-care. So one of those things is I take vitamins. So also I am, if you don't know yet, I have a self-care trajectory that I'm on. I'll be 52 this coming December, and I am fortunate enough to progress along, and my body physical journey. So this past January I had a breast reduction. It was due to health, mental, physical, and spiritual, and physiological. In our family has a history of breast cancer, and that was one reason. And also I was a 48G, so that is very heavy. I'm only 5'2" and a half, and presently I weigh, as of yesterday, and my weigh-in is I broke 200 finally. So originally my weight was 18 years ago was over 400 pounds. I had gastric bypass, and then I had my youngest son, my third prince, which you hear about and see on my videos channel. And fast forward to today, this is one of many things that I do for myself on Saturday. So with that, to incur for my next surgery, I have to progress along a little bit faster and bringing BMI down. I'll talk all about that a little later, but this is my Saturday routine. I take my prescription, just a little pill, and then the next step you'll see me do is do my B12 Lipo Injection. So I wanted to share on how that's done. So first, I sanitize my hands after washing my hands with soap and water. And then I sanitize. And what I do to prep is, today is going to be in my left arm. So I get these are my alcohol prep pads. I usually habitually open 4. I keep them in a little thingy like this. And the LipoB12 injection is a prescription, as I'll show you as myself. And then I line them up for my usage. So the first one I'm going to use, you'll see. So I take it and I clean the area of which I think it's going to go. And, well, it should go. It should be interjected into a major muscle. And I'll show you that momentarily. And I keep everything in the bag that it comes in. It's a prescription. So right now I have 4 doses left. There are 12 in all. Wow, it's been that long. It's been 6 weeks, yeah. So I'm on my 7th week. This is the syringe. You see it says 1 millimeter, and this is the Easy Touch needle. It's the thinnest needle. I feel very comfortable doing this for several reasons. Because first of all, I am a pharmaceutical technician, intern, this time outside of my 9 to 5 career. And what I do is when I open these two, even though they come sterilized already, I take one of my alcohol preps and still wipe it off, right? Then I put my syringe together, taking it out the pack, and it's a screw on top that's like a male-female thing. And I put it together. And put it together by screwing it on, making sure it's firm and secure. I leave it just like this for the time being. So everything else goes to the side. And I lay it down. I take out my prescription of my LipoB12. Comes in a bottle. Again, I take another one of my preps, my alcohol preps. So when I say preps, that's what I mean. I'm wiping off the top. And now is when I take out and take off and set aside. I don't discard it yet. Taking off the cap. And this is a 1 millimeter. I turn the bottle upside down. I'm inserting the needle into the bottle. And I'm holding it in between my fingers. And I'm drawing the medication, as it should. And I'm watching it fill. It's not a slow process, but I make sure, as everyone must, there is no air in your draw and it's measured properly. Right? So you're looking at the line, looking at the draw. Pushing all air out. And this takes practice. And because I work in a pharmacy where we are under training and we are allowed to prep either for our pharmacists or render vaccinations or what have you for the patient. Okay, so I'm going to tense up my muscle and it's going to go in this area right here because that's my area, and you'll see me. And it doesn't mess up my tattoo. I know that may be a question for some. And this is my delivery. So this will aid in weight loss, B12. This has a twofold for me. So I also have sickle cell and also having gastric bypass, where my vitamins and just total chemistry makeup is altered a little bit because of gastric bypass, not being able to hold a daily regimen or intake of vitamins. Keeping my mouth so tense. And this aids in energy, B12, which I have a deficiency of anyway. So there you are. So now for safety purposes, it's end. Putting the cap back on, putting it down, taking my final swab, holding it there. usually don't need a Band-Aid because the needle, what makes a difference is the size needle you use. You can ask your pharmacist or your physician or your nurse, whoever gives you your injections or your vaccinations, to use a small needle, and that alleviates most times. And just holding it for most times the bleeding, but it's natural to have that happen. So that's what I do. That's part of that portion. And then next, after that, we're waiting, and just a very small deposit, and nothing else. So the next thing is, shirt back on. And afterwards, this is part of my daily, but since I'm doing everything else, I might as well show you. I'm not sponsored. This is just something, one of the vitamins that I have fell in love with. I also take the stress reducer cap, ultra stress by Ollie, if I'm feeling a bit of tension. And they have a chewable one, but I take the capsule. It's ultra and it's for women. And this one is also for women multi. And I just love the flavor, the consistency, the pricing. You can get them at any retail store. I choose to get mine from either CVS or Walgreens because it's cheaper, and if you have a membership and all that, yada yada. I'll go into that as well, so I'll do a segment on that. So you can smell them through the jar, and I'll show you what they look like. There's 2 flavors in there, I think. So I'm going to take, I'm really weird, so I like taking 2 of the same flavors so I don't end up with mismatch. That's a quirky thing about me that you found out. Forgive me for being rude while I talk and chew at the same time. Follow directions, you take 2. They support you. May support you. They do support me. Chewing them thoroughly. Nice, great flavor. And this flavor is blissful berry with other natural flavors. Really good. And it has a powerful blend of vitamins A, C, D, E, B's, biotin, and folic acid. And I also, because of my gastric bypass and having sickle cell, I take a separate prescribed folic acid. Now next, I take a probiotic. Usually I take a pre-probiotic, a pre and pro. This one is just the pro, and it's just as good. I find it really flavorful. They were out of Nature's Bounty. Again, any retail store, my preference is either Walgreens or CVS because of couponing and memberships, things like that. Again, I said I'll go into that later. Again, really fruity smell. One of these daily, very fruitful. Again, I'm almost done. I need to do this week, if not sooner. Yeah. So it's again my quirky thing that y'all are learning about me. So match up the flavors. 2. This is for good gut. All right. This is, like I said, digestive balance. So now you know what I do. Let me know what works for you.